Hi everyone, it's Manisha here, and to kickstart National Science Week with Global Bridge, I am very excited to invite 3 members from the tech company Siemens, who are going to be here just to speak a bit about their experience and give you an insight into this fascinating field. So yeah, we're just here to get you excited and inspired to think about just where an interest in science can potentially take you in the future. So let's get started. I am joined by Fergus, Tommy, and Catherine. So could each of you just start by telling our listeners a little bit about yourselves, introduce yourselves, and your career route to how you got to where you are now?
Yeah, no worries. I'll start. Yeah, sure. My name's Fergus Sykes. I did an apprenticeship with Siemens. So straight out of A levels, didn't really know what I wanted to do. Did a bit of work experience and decided engineering was for me. Found the Siemens apprenticeship because Siemens are a top 100 employer, and I was kind of searching by employer quality for finding apprenticeships. That was a 4-year course. I did a sponsored degree with Siemens, and this will actually be my 10th year at Siemens now, this year. I came straight into our technical support department after my apprenticeship, and I'm now the team leader of the automation specialists for process automation, which is basically a group of specialized engineers who have specific areas of kind of technology that they focus on.
So I'm Catherine. I at A level I did like maths, physics, chemistry, English lit. I had no idea what I wanted to do at that point. So I did some work experience as well. My dad was actually an engineer in a previous job, so he encouraged me that engineering might be a good path for me. So I ended up applying to do electrical and electronic engineering at university. And at the same time, I also applied for a scheme called the E3 Academy, which is a scheme with like 3 different universities where you and a lot of different companies, where you send your CV off to lots of companies, and Siemens being one of them. And then basically they give you some money for each year of your degree, and then you also get a placement every summer. So I did that all the way through my degree at Nottingham University, and then at the end of my degree I joined the graduate scheme here at Siemens. So I did 2-year graduate scheme where you basically move around the business, and then at the end I joined technical support, which is we all work in the same team. So and I'm working as an automation specialist now in technical support in Siemens. So
Nice. I'm Tommy Dohu. I'm a digitized automation specialist working alongside these guys in a somewhat separate team. But in terms of how I got here, I did at A levels your maths. I dropped physics at AS because that was a bit too hard for me. Philosophy and computer science didn't do too well, so then I did a foundation year so I could get into uni. So from there, I thought, okay, I'm going to do mechanical engineering. I then got partway through, and I was kind of doubting whether or not I wanted to do it. But then I did an internship, a month abroad, came back and thought, actually, I really want to do this. So I decided to do a master's in robotics and autonomous systems. And from there, moved to Manchester, applied for an internship at Siemens, and then got it. And after about a year of working in a department called Connected Curriculum, which essentially just aims to connect the gap between academia and industry, I applied for a job in the team that these guys are in now in tech support, and then I got it. And so I've been doing this for about a year and a bit now, essentially the same amount of time as Catherine. Just been learning and working my way up.
Thank you. I think that's awesome. I think it's really important for obviously young people to know about different stories and career routes to get to see where you are today, because I think it was really fascinating to hear that you had your apprenticeship route, your graduate entry, and then uni. There's loads of different ways you can get to the same kind of position. So thank you. Are there any kind of particular projects that you worked on that are pretty cool that might be of interest to students, or anything about your job like that you find probably is like your favorite part of what you do?
Go same order?
Yeah.
I think my favorite part is probably some of the customer sites that we get to go and visit, because ultimately we're all engineers, we're all interested in technology and how things work. And particularly sites like car manufacturing, for example, they're just absolutely mind-blowing to go and see as a factory. You can't even begin to comprehend how a factory like that is put together. It's just, there's so many things going all over the place, robotics and laser welding and autonomous driving vehicles and all sorts. It's just, that's probably my favorite bit of the job, is getting out there and seeing all the amazing stuff that people are kind of doing in UK manufacturing.
Yeah, so as Fergus said, we kind of work with lots of different industries all across the UK. So and it's all about how we can help people to improve their manufacturing processes using our equipment. I think I worked on a project during my graduate scheme actually, which was all about reducing energy across a glass manufacturing site. And that was quite cool to see how you could collect lots of data from all over the factory and then analyze that data and see how you could improve the production of the factory to reduce energy across the site. So that was quite exciting to see like how what we do can really make an impact on like the environment and changing manufacturing for the future to make it more sustainable, which is really interesting. The other part of my job that I really enjoy is just working with such a nice team. It's just really nice to come into the office. I look forward to coming in every day and getting to work with these guys. And so I think that's really nice. And I think a lot of people think that engineers just maybe sit on their own and just like wire things and stuff like that, but actually it's quite a sociable job, at least our job is. And we're working with people, we're working with customers all the time, so communication skills are really important with that. So yeah,
I'd have to say maybe my favorite part isn't as wholesome as Catherine. I think it's the traveling, just getting flown out, like because we have conferences in other countries, or rather training up and skilling up is also like a very, very central part of the roles you do here. They always like to invest money in us getting an opportunity to work with colleagues from around the world, but also go on training courses if need be. So since joining, I think I've been to Nuremberg, at Erlangen, both in Germany, Vienna with Catherine, and then tomorrow I'm going to Denmark. So that is pretty exciting, to be fair. And also it's just like, yeah, you get to go on a little holiday, work at the same time, meet people, eat food. So it's a good time. It's a good time indeed.
It's a bit of work and play. That's nice.